Welcome back to Supreme Black Podcast, man. It's your boy D Rose, dog. Kanye West has sent everybody into a frenzy. I'm pretty sure you've heard by now. He had on a White Lives Matter shirt at one of his events, right? A lot of people got mad about it. I've been hit up a lot about, hey, bro, what you really think about this? I'm gonna be real with you. I don't take nothing of it, bro. It's really Kanye being Kanye, and if we just be real about it, he's a marketing genius. But there's three things that I've actually heard a lot that I will actually address in this video. Um, did he really mean White Lives Matter, or was he trolling? Number one, I definitely think that he is trolling. You got to think about it from his Yeezy brand to any other thing that he's actually done. It's always been marketing behind it. Him and Kim, they whole little situation. I ain't gonna get into that. That's just what that is. I mean, hell, everybody go through relationship issues. You feel me? But I just think that he realized that people would catch on to it. Then, most importantly, clicks equal money when you look at it from purchasing and then also from a social media perspective. That's the game. We just, you just play it. You feel me? Another key thing that I find that was important is that since he was with Candace Owens, a lot of people feel like, she's if you're into politics, you know that she stands on the Republican side. People consider her a coon, a sellout, etc. She does some shit that's kind of like, all right, what's your point? But when you think about people that are in their own little lanes, you have to understand that when they pockets get lined by certain groups of people, they're just like politicians. They're going to push whatever agenda or narrative that comes with the people that are supporting them. And unfortunately, when we look at it, we just think automatic sellout, but we don't really support our own people like that for them to really just have a lane. So when you think about people that think differently, I know a lot of people that actually voted for Trump, but people would say that the world or black people hate Trump. That's not true, because I know a lot of people that very much so dislike Biden just based off of what he's represented. He's considered a super predator back in the day. A lot of his agenda has been based on locking up brown and black people, the mass incarceration. He was really behind that as well, as long with the Clintons. So he pushed his agenda when he was in the smaller form, being a senator, governor of his state. So, I mean, those are things that you just have to be mindful of. So I don't really think Kanye really did that. But the biggest thing is that since he's responded and said that Black Lives Matter is a scam, all right, when you get into that, all right, allegedly they have a net worth of 52 million now. Another thing a lot of people say, which hasn't been found is true, George Soros, which is a billionaire, huge philanthropist, he actually invests or pushes a lot of agendas, whether that's against social movements, etc. That's how he decides to donate his money. Now, a lot of people think that he's over Black Lives Matter. We see that there's 4 women, black women, that are over it. Now, with them being over 52 million, you have to say, this is the truth about what Kanye is saying. You hear about Black Lives Matter when the police kills an unarmed black man or an armed black man, regardless. If there's a police killing, you would almost expect that Black Lives Matter is already on the plane, headed to that area to protest and get people involved in regards to the movement. But while a lot of people, like myself and Kanye, would consider it a scam, is that Black lives just can't matter when police do it, when we can honestly say that regardless of how we may feel about it, we have a major issue going on within our inner city communities and just in general amongst black people. People don't like to hear about it. People don't like to just accept the truth, but the accountability starts within ourselves. Black lives really can't matter that much to people if the group is actually ran by white people. And so when you have that agenda, then that's all you have is an agenda. There's really not any movement, because if you think about it, police aren't killing black people as fast as black people are killing black people within our own communities. That's not a sellout statement. That's just real shit. So I agree wholeheartedly with what Kanye is saying, is because we get behind the movement. So if a black person wears a White Lives Matter shirt, it shuts the internet down. Now, if Eminem would have came on to the Super Bowl performance with a Black Lives Matter t-shirt on, they would have put him up next to Jesus and he would be invited to every cookout in the world, which to me, I would think that that's honestly bullshit, because when you think about Black Lives Matter, it doesn't take for you to hear those words to think that that actually matters. It takes for you to actually approach your life daily and create the protection and unity within your community. Now, every black person isn't for black people. You have to understand that. Everything isn't for, like, you know, power to the people. It's not all about that, but you got to think that there are sometimes that we have to fight for a righteous cause in regards to putting our people forward. And just to say he's wrong for putting on a White Lives Matter shirt, I think it's still, we need to look at the same attention that it takes in regards to thinking that, why does Black Lives matter that much, when I personally know people that have killed people, allegedly, that have worn Black Lives Matter shirts. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the hypocrisy in regards to that. Like, that's the issue when it comes to looking at that. He isn't wrong. He's a marketing genius. He did what he was supposed to do. But even like Gates has said, a lot of people have came out and said it. Like, your normal people that doesn't have a celebrity does not stand behind Black Lives Matter because they show up when a white cop kills a black man or a black woman. That's not real activism. When I think about real activism, it's like your brothers up there in Detroit, New Era, Gideon's Army, and Nashville, you know, Sleep is for the Rich, my boy Nikki D, you know what I'm saying? There are several groups that I don't know personally, but I know those are the few that I actually follow that are doing actual community work and is a presence and a voice, and they're black kings and queens that are actually making sure that they take care of their responsibilities as giving back to the hood, no matter how they used to terrorize it or if they've always been upstanding individuals. I think the thing that we get caught up so much is just these slogans and these trendy topics, and we lose sight of it. And I myself can call myself guilty in regards to that, is because you have to just be honest with you. Black Lives can't matter because they put it on the shirt, nor that they made it a hashtag. And especially if that 52 million, you can't say nationally that what has it impacted, when we have seen New Orleans still be a murder capital, St. Louis still, it's ridiculous, Baltimore is ridiculous, Houston is getting crazy now, LA is still LA, Chicago, New York, you mentioned it, yeah, you can't really see anything is different. So if Black Lives Matter, we can't use it as a hashtag, we can't use it as a slogan. It has to be something that we truthfully feel day in and day out. And no matter what shirt that you put on, whether a celebrity does it or not, until we take into accountability of our own actions, it's not going to change. And it's not just about talking, it's really just about speaking with the youth and speaking with the people that's around you. We have to look at stuff differently and start approaching these things with a different approach, man. It ain't Kanye's issue to fix it. He's a billionaire having billionaire problems, but he's, you know, and like I said, he is marketing. But I look at it as trolling, because the same way we would wear Black Lives Matter and then still go out and do something harmful against our own people, him wearing White Lives Matter, it really doesn't make any difference, because at the end of the day, I've been to a few protests and the white people have on Black Lives Matter shirts, and nobody batted an eye. It wasn't that big of a deal. They were, you know, down for the cause, and that's just what it was. But if anybody does it that's opposite, it shouldn't cause any controversy, because at the end of the day, it's just words. I could put on a shirt, I am not black. I mean, look at me, you know what I'm saying? Like, the little small stuff that we allow to get us frustrated, or allow people to even like a Black Lives Matter movement to pander to us, and the things that they push on the news that create this agenda, and we're all in on the movement. Let's just be real, it's way deeper than that. You feel what I'm saying? So to the people that reached out to me, I was going to get to it. I just really wanted to see, honestly, that was Kanye going to respond? He did. He said Black Lives Matter is a scam. And I would probably say 80% of the people that view this video is going to say the same thing, because we haven't really seen it impact our communities, because we've gotten to a point where now, instead of the real community cause, we're saying that rappers are influencing everything that's happening around us. that's just where we at. Kanye was being Kanye. You feel me? So let me know your thoughts in the comments. I really want to know what people think. Like outside of it being Kanye, if you've seen a black person that had on a White Lives Matter shirt, what are you immediately going to think? Drop that in the comments. If you think that he's a clown, put a clown in the comments. If you think that he's a coon, put a coon in the comments. If you're standing for a righteous cause, man, put the strong arms, put the fist up. We're going to keep pushing. We're going to keep doing what we do. But as always, long live CC. It's your boy D Rose. I'm out.